Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mike, and today I'm gonna talk to you about the healthcare system in the US. I know a lot of stuff, but the thing I wanna tell you is that I've been talking with a lot of people and debating with them, and they told me that it will be better, like Bernie Sanders said, it will be better for the US to have a free healthcare system. And it's funny though, I'm not against that. The problem is that people will be against that. And you think, why? No, it's not gonna happen. Please, enumerate yourself, do your homework. I'm gonna give you some tips, but do your homework and enumerate the countries that has free healthcare system. We're gonna start with Canada because it's right up there. Next, European. Well, let's put European countries because Germany, Italy, Spain, practically all the European countries has free healthcare. Some countries in Latin America, they're fucked up. You can go there, cannot go to a hospital. You might die there. So they don't work. Not all the hospitals in Latin America, but most of them. But the thing is that if you check these countries, they have a very high percentage of sales taxes. If you go to Europe, you will see that the sales taxes is superior to 20%. And people in America pays 7%, 6%, 8%. The most, I think it's New York and California. And California is broke, even with, I don't know, 15, 13, I don't know how much is it, but. And this percentage is low. 7, 6, 5, 4, depends. Some places has no taxes. And I discussed with some guy and he told me that that's a lie. That the government of the United States don't need to raise taxes to pay for the debt, to pay for free healthcare. And I'm gonna go this U.S. debt. Oh, sorry. U.S. debt. Fuck. Org. And if you see this, you will see this is a debt of the government, and here is a taxes revenue. And domestic product. You are in a deficit, in a really big deficit. So for those people who's, talking about Elon Musk that use the money, and my God, people can do math. They tell me that the money he was spending on Twitter, he should spend it on every family in America, and they will get $100,000. Oof, families. I'm guessing there's like a list, and there are like 10,000 families or 30,000 families, but the truth is there are like 87 million families, or give or take. So, I guess it's $35 for everyone. So, imagine this. Ask the government's gonna pay if they don't raise taxes. Simple mathematics. If you have a budget and they rise you the price of the gas, how are you gonna pay for gas? You're gonna run for it. I'm gonna put some gas and try to make a run. It's stupid. It's like this. You cannot move. You cannot do anything. And this is what it's gonna be expected in the future. And this is a liability per citizen, $500,000, and people have hasn't even born yet. So, you know, instead of talking about the billionaires, if you get all the money out of them and put it up, distribute them with the people around the world, it will be like $2 or something like that. And you know what's gonna happen in the end? Those rich people and some other people will be rich again, and you will be poor, or more poorer, but you will be poor, because it's not about the money. It's about the work. It's about the ideas. It's about what's in your mind. It's about discipline. It's about persistence. And I the guy showed me like there's a study they made, and paper supports everything. We can write whatever we want. Doesn't mean it's true. Doesn't mean it will be truth in the real world. You don't believe me? Try to study economy. It is funny because the guys make theories out of thin air, and they say, okay, imagine there's no inflation, because I have studied economy, and the guys tell you, imagine there's no inflation. Imagine if you can't get borrow money like forever, and I was like, really? It's not the real world, but if we do this, my theory is correct, and it works. Oh my God! So hold the press. What should we do? Suppress inflation? Oh my God! That's why there's a joke about the economy, the economists. It says that there was a time, a shipwreck, and arrived to an island, and physicists and chemistry and an economist, a chemist. So the physics, they found, because of the shipwreck, they got a lot of several canned food. And the physicists said, okay, let's put the can on a rock and throw from the coconut tree a coconut, so it will break. The chemist said, well, no, let's grab the can and put it in the water, with the salt water. It will, with the can, it's made of metal, so it will corrode, and we can open that. And the economist said, imagine we have a can opener. Forgot. So try to understand me. Paper holds everything. The problem is it's like communism. Communism, if you read it, please read it, capital. But if you read it, please read the story behind the guy who wrote that book, The Capital. It means you have to read about Karl Marx. And his life was a disastrous life. And it is funny because he wrote a book trying to tell people how to live their lives, and his life was a mess. Nice one. It's like, listening to it's like listening to the guy from Microsoft. Please, Ed, synthetic food, get vaccines everywhere. And everybody thinks he's a genius. He knows what he's talking about. I call it dropout. He knows everything because he's a millionaire. Only because he has money. And this guy, he didn't work. He lived out as his wife money. So please read the biography of Karl Marx so you can have a perspective. And then read the book and see, wow, what a topical thing. It's the most amazing thing until you try to apply it. You know what it fails every time? Because socialists said it's dude, the thing is that there was no socialism at all. They didn't apply it like they have to apply it. They were wrong. There's no other way to put on that system on a country. Yeah, of course. Like Venezuela. A billionaire country with billions, I don't know how many oil reserves and people, and 90% of the people, 95% of the people is in poverty. Oh, what an amazing things socialism and communism do. You know why? Because the people in charge to impose the system are corrupt, are hungry for power. And they ended up abusing of the power. That's why it doesn't work. And as I told the guy, everything is beautiful until you put that idea into place, and destroy more lives than the lives you helped. That's a problem. So, we should be doing something different. Why all the successful healthcare system are paid by the people with a lot of taxes, and especially sales taxes. And as you can see, I don't have to do anything at all. Here it is. You can see here. You can check that. So, in other words, you can have free healthcare, but you have to pay for it. And the problem is that what happens if you never get sick and you keep paying high taxes and you can do things with that money because you have to pay for that. And you say, well, but at least have a something free. And the thing is that you will be paying, your taxes will be paying for someone else. It's not about being selfish. It's about everybody has to pay for them. You cannot lean on someone to have a good life. You have to work for it and live within your means. But people are so envious that they keep watching others people's life, what they do with the money, and telling them what to do with the money because what they're doing is wrong. And when you give that person who's criticizing everything $1 billion, I bet your ass they won't use even $1 to help the poor. Because it's like that. Because the people who talks and talks never deliver, never do the things they talk. So, I root for it. I'm okay with free healthcare, but the way you can do is to pay for it. And you have to raise taxes. If you don't do that, it's going to be a disaster. It's going to be inflation. You know, besides, I want another thing you to know that if you have been to Canada, I have a friend who lives there, and he had need to had a knee operation, and because it's free, you have to go to the doctor. The doctor, check you and see if it's important or not important. The the problem you have on your knee. So because it wasn't so, he could walk, and it wasn't so, urgent. He had to wait almost like a year to get surgery. See, for a year, his life wasn't good because he was diminished. Even if they think you can live like that, but you cannot run, you cannot do things. It's like they cut half of your life for a year until you can get surgery, because there's a list. And of course, as free thing, if there's no chance, you go to the list, like the organ donor list, and you have to wait. Okay, you don't want to wait. Well, there's a private hospital, there's a private clinic, there's the private medicine, and you can go there and make the surgery, but you have to pay. See how's different? That's what I'm telling you. The thing in the end is that you have to pay more taxes to have a free healthcare system. That's the only explanation. If you don't do that, you will have squat, nothing. Okay? So try to listen, try to understand, because the first thing you need is to understand where the money comes from. Well, guys, that's it. I hope you like my videos. Like the video, subscribe if you like. Bye.